Hi there everyone, welcome back to Infinity Drones. Today we're going to take a look at Enterprise Advanced, so Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. So first time doing an Enterprise drone on the channel. So I've done many of them before, but the first time I decided to make a video about it. And today we can take a look at how to remove the no-fly zones off the Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. Now, the reason we're doing this is because the advanced drones, the Enterprise series, is essentially used for work purposes mainly. So search and rescue, inspections and stuff like this, meaning that they typically have to go fly in areas where there's no fly zones. But in many cases, the company has authorization to fly there. It's just they don't have authorization from DJI, which can take quite a bit of time for them to do. So if you're doing search and rescue, you need to fly in a certain area, going through all the paperwork and trail to getting the drone unlocked is just not going to work. If you already have the local authorities blessing and obviously approval, then why can't you just fly? So in this case, we're going to jump onto the Drone Hacks website, and you're going to go to the bird map. Always go to the bird map. And then you're going to scroll down to see what drones are supported, and you can take a look. There is the Mavic Enterprise Advanced. Now, it's important to note that only certain firmwares are supported. So if you are on any of these other firmwares, it will work. However, if you're on the latest firmware, you cannot downgrade. So please be sure not to update the firmware of your Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced, because it's going to remove the ability to remove the no-fly zones. If, however, you are on any of the previous firmware, you can downgrade to the correct firmware version and load the mod. So what we want to do is we want to load the Drone Hacks mod to improve our signal if you're not in the US, for instance, in an FCC country. So in Europe, any of these other countries, you can increase your distance or your signal strength quite a bit. And for me, it's critical because if you're doing an enterprise job, you need to have the best signal possible. Also, removing your altitude limits. Now, this is not something that many people are going to use, but if you are in an enterprise environment, you might need to fly higher than a certain height level, which is 500 meters. So let's say you need to do an inspection of a tower at the top of a hill, or a mountain, for instance. You can't get there. You'll have to physically drive up, and that can be very costly and very expensive. So being able to remove the altitude limit means that you can fly up to a certain altitude and you can check. Because remember, the default limit is 500 meters from takeoff height. So it's a very limiting factor, especially because, well, most mountains aren't just 500 meters high, are they? And then lastly, of course, the no-fly zones. The no-fly zones is any area that DJI deems is an area that you cannot fly in. And in many cases, these no-fly zones are just not even remotely close to what the regulations of that country requires. Once again, if you are an enterprise user, then most likely you would have local authority approval already, but just not DJI one, which could take too long. So in this case, we are going to go and mod and improve our Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. And what we need to do is we need to go buy an enterprise license. Now, this is very important to note. The enterprise license is much more expensive, unfortunately, than the normal regular Drone Hacks license, which costs 40 euros. The enterprise license is quite a bit more. As you guys can see, it is 300 euro. However, if you are flying such an expensive drone, then I really do feel that this value is justified, purely because if you're going to be doing this kind of search and rescue work or inspections, then you can add this maybe to your pricing that you're going to do, and just to get the unlock sorted. Anyways, so we are just going to proceed quickly with purchasing a license. If you guys want to go through the whole process of purchasing a license, it's just step by step, go the way through, add your credit card details or PayPal or whatever payment system you require, and you can just go through. So I'm just going to forward through to the section so that we don't need to go through this bit. And as you guys can see, the order is now complete. Fantastic. Okay, great. So now we can close the Drone Hacks website, and we can actually just jump over to the Drone Hacks application. Now, how you do this, you are going to go to the download section. You're going to click download, select DJI, and then scroll down and download the latest version of the Drone Hacks application, which is 1.29. So you can just click on it. It's a very small little download. You can just download it to your PC. Please note, as you guys can see, it only supports Mac or PC at the moment. It does not support Mac or anything else at the moment, as you guys can see. So just PC. So Windows 10 or newer is what you require. So once you've downloaded it, you can just open up the application. And now you can also get your USB-C cable, which you're going to connect your drone with. And while I wait for the application to open, let's quickly see. There we go. It's already opening up. It does not detect my drone at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly get the drone connected. There we go, just pop it like that. Now we can turn on the drone, and then the DroneX application is automatically going to detect it. So just give it a second. There we go. As you guys can see, a little pop-up appeared. Please ignore this. This is just because we're closing it up. We don't have a good connection. So the easiest thing to do is just simply close this and reopen the DroneX application. This is a common issue. Do not worry about it. It can be related to many things. But the easiest thing is just to physically close the application and then shut it down. As you can see, it's going to pop up like this. I already have licenses linked to my account. So as you guys can see, I'm going to ask, it's going to automatically pop up. You can see I've got a regular license and I've got an enterprise license. Since I'm dealing with enterprise advanced, I'm not going to use the regular license because it's not going to work. I have to register my enterprise license. So in this case, you can see that I'm going to link it to this drone. This is going to get linked to the serial number, meaning that this is only linked to a single drone. You cannot move it from one drone to another. Therefore, this drone that I've got now will get linked to the serial number of it. So there we go. I've now linked it to that one. You guys can also see, I'm just going to quickly switch over, that my firmware is already on the correct version. If it was not on the correct version, it's very simple. All you need to do, remember, if you're not on the incorrect firmware version, so if you go to the bird map again, and you select enterprise. So if you are not on this firmware version, then obviously you can't do it. But if you're on any of the other firmware versions, for instance this one, you can then downgrade to the correct firmware version for the mod to work. And how it works is quite simple. You just go to the Flash original firmware option, and you can say download firmware. A little page is going to open, automatically fill in all the information for you, and you can click submit and then download it. Once you've downloaded it, you can just go to the DroneX application, click choose firmware, and you'll be able to select the file and then flash the firmware via the application. Very simple. It's also free to do. You do not need to have a license to be able to flash your firmware using the DroneX application. However, if you want to flash to the special firmware and also and remove the no-fly zones and so forth, then you will need to have a DroneX license. Now we know we already linked the license to this drone. As you guys can see, I've got my DroneX enterprise license already linked. I can now go to hacking page and I can enable all of the modes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable the boost mode, because this is going to give me the maximum range and maximum signal quality that my DJI Enterprise, well, my Enterprise Advanced can take. In this case, this is not just regular FCC mode, it is much more than that, or the boost mode to it, so up to 1.4 watt, so a lot stronger than your standard 700 milliwatt that is this is going to be outputted. Once this is done, it takes a little while. The drone's going to probably restart a few times, but in this case you guys can see it did not, so it's quite quick. And then I can switch over to and doing the altitude mode. So as you can see, I'm just waiting for the drone to quickly just restart. Once it's restarted, I am going to be able to check it out. Anyway, I'm just going to get the controller started up so long so we can confirm that everything is working properly. FCC boost mode has now been enabled, and now I'm going to go enable the no-fly zones, or remove the no-fly zones and altitude limit. And as simple as that, guys, it is really easy. Please note, as you guys can see over here, please follow local regulations. Do not go do something silly and break the law. And then obviously just click the hack button and it's going to start updating. Now, never ever update your firmware, because as soon as you update the firmware, you are going to lose the mod. Now remember, certain firmwares you can still downgrade and get back to this firmware version, but certain firmwares will not allow you to downgrade back to this firmware. So if you do upgrade, you're upgrading at your own risk. In this case, you guys can see the certificate has now been installed and the Mac is now being completed. So what we can do now is we can go over to the application itself. As you guys can see over here, I'm just going to hold the controller over here. Go to the controller, then quickly just link up with the drone. Close my settings, as you guys can see. So the first thing we want to do is we want to check, can I fly anywhere where I want to fly? So let's just quickly go to settings over here. Actually, let's go to check our HD section. So we go to HD, because we're in dual band already. I'm going to check my signal strength. Everything is good. FCC mode has now been enabled. So just go to my image transmitter settings. As you guys can see over here, my line is equal to the 90 dB line. Now, if we go to the Drone Hacks website and we go up to hacks, we're going to go to signal hacking, and we're going to scroll down, and you're going to see that if I'm in CE mode, it is equal to the 1 kilometer line, and it's supposed to be above the 1 kilometer line. So in this case, I can see that I am not in a CE mode. So in this case, I need to go back, and I need to go and select the hack mod again, so that I can go and enable the FCC mode on this drone, because you can see that the line is minus 90 and equal to the 1 kilometer line. Let's just quickly see if the drone can restart. There we go. Just going to power off the drone. Just wait for it to disconnect. And then power it back up again. And let's see if that line has improved.
Adding mode.
Yeah, the drone's inside the house. As you guys can see, it's now connecting up. And there we go. As you guys can see, the line has now moved to above the 90 dB line, meaning that FCC mode has now been enabled. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys can see on the screen over here, it's quite close, but the line has been moved all the way up. Anyways, just check that the line is available. Check the Drone Hacks website as well, and then we can move on. So now we can go out and go to the aircraft section. We can make sure all of our settings and stuff has been enabled. So I'm just going to quickly see if we can get to our settings over here. So to check that you've got your FCC mode enabled, you're going to click on HD, and you're going to go to your signal strength quality, tap on the good one, and you're going to take a look and see that the line is above 90. So once you're done with this, you're going to close, you're going to tap on the DJI icon on the top left, you're going to tap on the three lines on the top right, and you're going to go to geo unlocking. And once you click on it, you're going to see that there is a Drone Hacks license that is enabled, meaning that the certificate and everything has now been installed and everything is now correct. I'm not sure if you guys can see on the screen over here, but the Drone Hacks license has now been enabled. Okay, that is it, guys. That's how simple and easy it is. It took about 15 minutes to do, so really worth it. And if you like the content that I'm making, please consider to subscribe. I really do appreciate it.